Operated a human trafficking ring
in the fight against human trafficking.
Human trafficking.
According to A21, human trafficking is the fastest growing criminal industry in the world, generating more than $150 billion a year. It's defined as a form of modern-day slavery in which traffickers use force, fraud, or coercion to control victims for the purpose of sex and or labor. There are approximately 25 million slaves across the globe, and only 1% are ever rescued. Suspects use the internet and social media to lure in young girls, and in some instances, straight kidnap them in public. These victims, mostly female, start this path at a very young age.
The average age of trafficked people is 12 to 14 years old. I have 3 kids. My oldest is 11, and to think of him being put into a situation like that, just, as a parent, it makes your heart break. And
last October, the FBI took part in a nationwide sting called Operation Cross Country, in which 239 arrests were made and 82 minors were rescued. Officials say the biggest reason for the growth in Oklahoma are the interstates. It allows traffickers to move in and across the state with ease.
According to the Human Trafficking Hotline, since 2007, 562 victims have been identified here in Oklahoma. And just last year, 88 cases were reported, the most the state has ever had. And one student decided she wanted to end this heinous act.
Macy Slater led a group of student volunteers around the OSU campus to raise awareness for human trafficking. As people walked by, they saw a statistic showcasing the magnitude of this crime. Some even stopped to take pictures to capture what they were witnessing.
Not a lot of people knew about the issue, so seeing their faces when they would read the signs was like, you could tell they wanted to get involved. You could tell that it was actually kind of bothering them. I got goosebumps a few times just like being a part of that march.
The volunteers also taped their mouths shut to symbolize the voice these victims don't have. Following the event, Slater couldn't hold back tears as she was overjoyed at how it all turned out.
It's really emotional to see something that we had talked about making happen, and to actually have it happen and have students willing to stand up for those who can't, and to see the impact that it had on Oklahoma State University and the potential it has to have even after the fact.
If you see or know of somebody who might be a slave, you are encouraged to call the Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888. Slater hopes one day human trafficking will no longer be an issue in our world. For O State TV, I'm Tyler Segerman.